So I am the executive director of the DiVittorio Center for Autism, which acts as a rural support and educational hub in Corey, Pennsylvania. The DiVittorio Center for Autism is obviously, that's my baby. I built it. We're becoming state accredited for education. We've become a resource hub for anybody with autism needs, and we're actually learning to duplicate our business model in all rural areas of the United States, and it removes cost barriers, right? So when my son was 2 years old, he was diagnosed with profound autism. That whole process was probably one of the worst days of my life. We had to drive 2 hours after being on a wait list for almost 6 months, go all the way to Pittsburgh, and we went through 2 days of clinical studies with the psychiatrists and neuropsychologists. We will never meet again. He met with my son, we did these tests. After the second day, he gave me a stack of paperwork. He told me, Nicholas is profoundly autistic. He could be intellectually disabled. We don't know. He doesn't talk enough for us to figure that out. Here's all the information. He'll probably live to be around 55. Go figure it out back home. I spent the next 2 hours driving home from Pittsburgh crying, and I realized that after a few years of research and a few years of trying to make connections and trying to see what we could do, that not only is that one of the worst ways to deal with a parent who already is trying to do what's best for their child, but not having accurate information, not having resources, not having that connection is something that should just never happen. So although it was one of the worst days of my life, I look back on it and it is a defining moment in everything that I've done since then, every step I've made, moving forward, every obstacle that I have, I overcome in knowing that I'll never let anybody feel the way that I felt that day. I really, I full body embrace that. I do everything I can to make it better. I have really great kiddos, and I would love for them to grow up in a community that's better and see that they can make a difference and make them want to make it better too. I see so much strength in the women that are able to leave situations and to bring their children to safety, and the Mercy Center supports women who would otherwise be homeless. It gives support to women who have children that have nowhere else to go. I've been very fortunate my entire life to have my family to fall back on. They've been there for me, but there have been many situations where if they weren't, I could have ended up just like women who need housing, women whose children would be homeless without support or education. And the Mercy Center gives that opportunity to women who wouldn't otherwise have that option, and I think that's beautiful. Just because we're stuck in a situation, we're stuck in a mindset, we're stuck in a really bad rut doesn't mean that we can't change it in an instant, right? We can choose to change it on day 1 or day 5,018. And if it's hard or if it doesn't seem right to everybody, that doesn't mean that it's wrong. We still have to keep going and doing what we can.